News just coming in. 3 militants have been killed in an encounter in Jammu and Kashmir's Nagaon area. The encounter took place after 5 to 8 heavily armed militants infiltrated into the line of control in Nagaon sector of Kupwara district. The infiltration took place on a day when voters are casting their ballot in the second phase of assembly elections. The army said a group of 5 to 8 heavily armed militants made an infiltration bid in Nagaon area this morning. Also, the army said that soldiers were alerted that a group has engaged in gun battle in Nagaon sector. Here's a report from Shujal Haq.
I am in these border areas of North Kashmir. Very nearby is where the line of control begins. Yesterday, during the night, there was an infiltration attempt. 3 militants have been killed while this entire attempt was foiled. Army suspects that there was a big group of these militants who were trying to make their way through the line of control, and they were intercepted even before they could cross. That is something which has kept the entire security arrangement on the tenterhooks, particularly at a time when elections are happening here in this region, Handwara, Kupwara and many other parts of North Kashmir. Polling has been happening since very early this morning. Brisk polling, that too, is being reported. A lot of people have shown enthusiasm. And in this atmosphere, incidents like these, infiltration bids and terror attacks are those points which have always been there in the back of the minds of people. And there is an attempt to make sure that people continuously are scared with these incidents, and that is something that the security establishment keeps in mind, and that's perhaps the reason a lot of security force has been deployed all around in these regions joining the North Kashmir division. Polling is happening in Kupwara and Handwara areas, and a lot of security force can be seen on the ground. With cameraman Tariq Lone, Shujal Haq in North Kashmir for Headlines Today.
And joining me live is Shujal Haq. He joins me live from Handwara. Shuja, is that encounter still on? Is the gunfire still on? What's the latest that you have from Nagaon?
Well, Vedika, the gunfire has stopped. We've been told by the sources that 3 militants were killed, but the army is still carrying out the operation. They're searching the adjoining areas. There was an initial input that it could be a big group of militants, at least 5 in number, out of which 3 have already been eliminated, but still the operation is on. We've been told that a lot of reinforcement has been sent across to this region in Nagaon, and the fact that this is a very heavily forested area, and the terrain is very tough. It will take some time to make sure that the other militants or the possibility of any other person trying to infiltrate is completely eliminated. So far at this point, the situation is that the gunfire has stopped. 3 militants were killed in the gunfire earlier in the morning, but now the search operations and combing operations are being carried out by the army.
Shuja, we've been talking to you for the last week or so because there have been several attacks that we've reported on. There have been these terror bids that have been foiled also in the last few days. This is clearly a concerted effort by the terrorists to ensure that there is a terror shadow over the ongoing polls in the state.
Well, clearly that's exactly what it looks like. Just in last 1 week only, in fact in 3 days, we've seen at least two attacks happening on panchayat members. One sarpanch was killed in Shopian, and yesterday only there was another attack made on another sarpanch. He is still critical and is being treated in a hospital. And now today, this infiltration bid coming at a time when the elections are happening. At second phase of election is happening. We have 3 more phases to go. So clearly, this definitely points towards a possibility that there is an attempt being made to disturb the entire process and at least create some sense of insecurity among people at a time when the entire mood is towards polling, and common people have shown a lot of enthusiasm and excitement towards it.